Now we will see how we can make the setup and transactions for accrual schemes. Accrual schemes, what is the meaning with accrual schemes? Accrual schemes is the setup for the prepaid expenses allocation. For example, some organization make payment for rent for 1 year, 2 years, whatever the number of periods for more than 1 month. So your organization decide to distribute this amount among its related period. For example, the medical policy insurance, it's for 1 year. The accountant manager of chief accountant decide to allocate this medical insurance policy among the 12 months. So instead of calculated and allocated by Excel sheets, you have the options here to one-time allocation for distribution for all the periods. So the system will help you to distribute the original amount and make entry as per the number of periods and the type of periods for your organization and post journals directly. Okay, so now we will see how we can create new the setup for accrual scheme. Okay, if you need to make stuff for accrual schemes, you can general ledger. Okay, journal setup, accrual schemes. Again, general ledger, journal setup, accrual schemes. For our example, it will be for rent expenses. Okay, so we will click new here. Accrual identification, it will be rent, for example, and here's the description: rent allocation accruals, like this. Okay, here you come to general. Here you will put in the debit area the accrual account. You will put in the debit area here the accrual account. If you select here, there is no still new accounts, so I will right click view details here to go to the chart of accounts to create. So I need to create two accounts: prepaid rent account, and I need to create rent expense, right? So as per our example, we create the setup for rent accruals. So I create the here rent expenses, and I will come here prepayments, and I will create new, which it will be 112001, like this, and I will click prepaid rent expenses, and I will put the type is asset. Then I will click save. Okay. Again, here we back to the accrual scheme setup. If I need to go to this accrual scheme setup, okay, I will go from general ledger journal setup accrual schemes, click new, enter here the accrual identifications. Here it's full descriptions. I will select the debit account, which will be 1 1. Yes, because we created this accrual schemes while before we create the account, so we need to delete this one. Again, if you need to create accrual schemes from general ledger journal setup accrual schemes, click new. Here it will be rent, for example, for our example. Here rent accrual. Okay, system asks you what is the debit account. The debit account is prepaid rent expenses. Here in the debit, you will put the accrual account, and in the credit, you will put the expense account. Okay, again, if you make accrual allocation for expenses, you need to put the accrual account in the debit and the expense account in the credit. Okay, if you need accrual for revenues, also you can. But here in debit, if you make for revenues, you put in debit here the revenue account, in the credit put the accrual for the revenue account. Okay, voucher series here. System asks you same vouchers for all transactions or new voucher for each transaction date or new voucher for each transaction. We can use same voucher for all transactions. Description, here the descriptions which will appear in each journal in each voucher allocation. You can like this rental accrual, okay, accrual, sorry, accrual, accrual basis calendar. Here system asks you, is it you need the allocation is yearly or monthly or quarterly and half quarterly. I will select, for example, in our example monthly. The number of months in our example I paid rent for 1 year, so it's equal 12 months. Okay. Here are post transactions. You need the transaction to be posted day by day, which means system will make specific voucher for every day, or you need the voucher allocation accruals posted per week or per month or per quarter. I will select per month. System asks you when you need to post the journal, in the beginning of the month or the middle or the end. I will select in the end, for example. System asks you here the spread months and the quarter values. Here evenly number of days. If you select evenly, which mean that, for example, if our allocation amount is 12,000, so every month it will be 1,000. If you select number of days, so if the actual amount is allocation amount is 12,000, so all months it will not be the same. For example, January 31 days, it will take values more than February, which 28 days. Okay, so in these options, he makes the allocation as per the number of days for each month, so I keep it evenly. Okay, save. So again, in the Accrual schemes, when you click General Ledger Journal Set Accrual schemes, click New, enter here the ID for the Accrual, here full descriptions. If you make accruals for expenses, put the debit as the accrual account and the credit the expense account. If you make accruals for revenues, so put the debit is the revenue account and the credit is the accrual account. Voucher select if you need to post all them in one vouchers, or if you want to post each transaction in one voucher. Here is the description which it will be directly posting while the voucher posting per each period. Here is a calendar, equal based calendar. Here period frequency, it's monthly or yearly or quarterly or half quarterly. Here number of various number of months. Here post transaction, you need the transaction, the journal, the system make accruals per day or per week or per month or per quarter. Here evenly or as number of days, which it will affect the number of days. If it's evenly, so all months will be equal number of days. The January it will be more than February, for example, because January 31 days and February 28 days. After you finish, just click save.